Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the Uconnect apps. I have looked up and down on YouTube and I can't find anybody that actually reviewed these apps. There are actually 4 different apps that are available on the Uconnect 8.4 system. They are iHeart, iHeart, Pandora, and Slacker. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to go over the pros and cons of all of these different apps, why you should use them and why you might not want to. First of all, with regards to all the apps, the most common thing I see on the internet is when people are talking about these apps. They're like, why bother? Why bother having a Slacker app when you have Slacker on your phone and you can stream that onto your stereo with a Bluetooth? The main thing is that if you do that, you won't be able to change the channel without pulling out your phone, unlocking it, opening up the app, and changing the channel. Something which will probably lead to you killing yourself and everybody around you, and plus it's illegal. So that's probably not really recommended. And also you do your thumbs up and thumbs down on songs that you like on all the different apps, which is nice. What these apps do is they use an app that's on your phone, either your iPhone or your Android device, which it's called a Uconnect Access. This app actually allows you to stream, basically that's your internet connection, is that app. And then you stream the music over Bluetooth. So that's the way it works. So it's pretty cool. It allows you to have these internet, apps on your phone as long as you realize, not on your phone, on your car, as long as you realize that you're using the data on your phone. So as long as you're not worried about the data limit, like if you have a lot of data or you have unlimited data, then this is totally fine. It won't use that much data really. I'm using Straight Talk, so I have like 5 gigs a month. And streaming the music does not take much data. I mean, you could probably stream music for like an hour and maybe use 200 megabytes, something like that. So I really don't think it's a major deal for most people. So I'm going to go through all the apps today and cover what I like and dislike about all of them and which one I think is my favorite in terms of the app. I'm going to start with the app that I use the most, but I actually like the least, because I think Slacker, of these services, of Slacker, Pandora, iHeart, and Aha, Slacker has the best music in terms of a station. Now, obviously, if you want to make a station based on a band, say Mudvayne, okay, it's great to be able to go to Pandora and do that. And you can do that with all of them, iHeart, Pandora, and Slacker. You can make a station based on a band or a type of music or whatever, and that's fine. The only problem is you're going to find yourself listening to a lot of stuff you've already heard before. If you want to hear new music, Slacker has stations. Really, they're stations where they select the music, they choose the newest music, and they call it curate the music on their website, and it really makes a difference in terms of music services. In my opinion, it's the best. Unless you want to, if you're happy just choosing a band, like just any band, like say you like Duran Duran, you like the 80s, so I'm gonna do a Duran Duran band. You're gonna hear a lot of Duran Duran. You're gonna hear a lot of stuff you've heard before, and you're not gonna hear anything new. Probably Duran Duran was a bad example. How about you choose a band that actually exists now? So I like more of the heavy metal type stuff, your metalcore and whatnot. So I'll just say a band like As I Lay Dying, okay, even though they're not really a band anymore. Actually, that's a good example. So if you pick As I Lay Dying, they're a disbanded band. They're not around anymore because the lead singer got arrested for, trying to kill his wife. So if you make a station based on As I Lay Dying, you're going to hear a lot of As I Lay Dying. You'll hear some other music which is similar, but you won't hear a lot of new stuff, which is kind of annoying after a while. I'm kind of a person who wants to hear new music all the time. So, getting that out of the way, Slacker's my favorite. Sorry, I went a little bit off track there. So, let's go ahead and open up Slacker, and I'll show you why it's, in my opinion, it's still the best. So I use it the most. I actually pay the $4 a month to have the, unlimited skips with Slacker, which is nice. But in terms of the app, it's really pretty piss poor, as you're going to see in a moment. So right now it's working. It's actually loading the information through my phone. And it's starting to play. I'm on the Hard Rock channel right now. This is one of my favorites. So it's going to start playing the music. As you can see, you have some buttons on the face. And again, a lot of these features are available on your steering wheel controls too. So like if you want to skip forward, you can actually use the button on your steering wheel to do that. If you want to pause the music, you hit the pause button. And then if you want to go back home, you have this one. This is where how you favorite tunes. And this is how you band them. And actually pretty cool is, well, this song I don't hate, so I don't know if I want to ban it or not. Let me skip forward. I'm going to use the steering wheel controls. See how there's a bit of a delay, but it's not too bad.
This station's called Hard Rock, and I'm not up on comic books.
This is actually kind of cool. They have on certain channels like Hard Rock, they actually will have a DJ. So they basically, I guess weekly, he goes in there and he makes like little snippets to insert in there, so you actually have like a DJ experience, so you have almost like a Sirius like experience, which is actually pretty cool. So I'm glad that actually popped up like that. So they're getting ready to play Nobody Praying for Me by Seether, so they have like a little intro where the guy's talking. So anyway, so that's that. And as you can see, one of the first things that annoys me about this app is, see these little boxes? They're supposed to have like album art on there, but for whatever reason, most of the time there's no album art. Like maybe 50% of the time you'll see something there. The rest of the time you'll just have these slacker icons. And also it's kind of non-intuitive. It's like, why are these buttons here? You can't touch them. They don't allow you to skip forward and backward. You can't move them. You can't do anything with them. I don't know why this interface is even like this. And let me get to the point that really it makes this app really bad. If you're happy with listening to one, if you like listening to hard rock and that's all you want to listen to, that's pretty great. You know, you can skip forward. I have unlimited skips, so I can just skip forward as much as I want, listen to different songs, and it plays clearly, has excellent sound quality. You notice again, no album art. See, and here's the little breaks which says hard rock. But say you want to change your channel, say, nah, I'm tired of hard rock. I want to listen to some alternative. So you push back this little back button right here. And then you're on this menu. And again, you're driving your car, but you got to search through this menu. Oh, okay, My Music. I'll click that one. And then I go to my bookmark stations. And, oh, I don't even know what happened there. I must have hit the home button by mistake, so let me go back again. Here I am again, and now I want to go to alternative first. Okay, so that's great. I changed the channel, but meanwhile, I've gone a head-on collision because I had to go through all those menus. And there's no easier way to change the channels. There's no shortcuts at the top. It's complete. The interface is completely different than everything else on the Uconnect system. So for that, oh look, I got an actual album cover. So that's all right. It's pretty rare. So as you can see, that's my main reason why I don't like this one, just because how unintuitive it is. The fact that changing channels is near impossible while you're driving. So let's go ahead and switch to the next one. So the next one we're going to look at is iHeart. iHeart was not working at all on Uconnect for the first 6 months I owned this car. It did not work at all. It always said there was a connection problem. It just didn't work. But in the last Uconnect Access update, they actually fixed it. So now it's working, and it's actually a pretty cool little app. Considering the fact you don't need any subscription service or anything, it's pretty neat. In terms of music, it kind of stinks. I mean, I won't even lie to you. They have some channels, and I chose some channels, but again, the music's mostly old. It's not curated like Slacker, so you don't have new stuff being added all the time. It's okay. You can find there's some radio stations, actual radio stations that you can add, which is kind of cool. But overall, it's really not. See, I chose a Christian metal channel, and they play nothing but old stuff. I mean, War of Ages, this song is 5 years old. It's just old stuff. The thing that makes this app really cool, first of all, as you can see, you have the stations along the top, like it's supposed to be, like Sirius. So you have the shortcuts, so you have all your presets, and you can skip through them using the center button on your steering wheel, just like on Sirius. So you can jump in between the different apps. I don't think this one works. Well, actually, this one does. This is IGN Beyond. You have some podcasts you can choose on here. There's some, they have some ebooks. They have all kinds of wacky stuff on this. This is an interesting app. I don't use it that much, but it has a lot of potential. Of course, right now it's working really slow. I'm not sure why, but there it goes. So this is showing a podcast episode of Beyond. One of the coolest things about this, first of all, it has the skip back and skip forward buttons, which is kind of cool, 30 seconds and 15 seconds. You can thumbs up and thumbs down. You can go back to previous ones. You can go forward. Really cool is this nearby function. Now see how here, it's almost like you have that function of, there's like an app which they have for the other version of there's two versions of the Uconnect system, the 8.4 and there's the 8.4N, I think. The 8.4N is the one that has the navigation. I added the navigation to this one for $599. I don't even get into that. But you don't get that app at all, even though you have the navigation. But on this, you kind of do. So say you want to see a coffee shop that's close, you click coffee, and it'll kind of list the different coffee shops that are close. and it'll speak at you, which is actually kind of cool. So you don't have to actually watch the screen. You can just hear it. So there's 20 results found. And if you click the list button over here, you'll see all the different ones. So you can actually move down using your, I'm showing which button. I'm using this. I'm using the dial to select through here. That way we don't have to like try to find the right one on the screen. So you want to go down to Starbucks. You want to find the location of it. You go ahead and hit the center button on this. And then it'll go right to the Starbucks one. It'll have the address.
It is rated 3 out of 5 stars.
See, high ratings for Starbucks. But now, if you want to go now, you can actually click Go Now if you have the navigation added on there, and it'll go ahead and navigate there for you, which is actually pretty cool. It's pretty neat.
The route is being calculated.
See, so I'm not going to do that, so I'm just going to go back, but it's still pretty neat. So let's go ahead and go back to iHeart. As you can see, it has a certain amount of multitasking in the system. Most people don't know that, but it can kind of go and it can kind of keep stuff open in the background. So now it's going through all this. Now look at the other ones. Look at nearby again. Oops, I think I hit Hungary by mistake. But Hungary will have all the different restaurants near. Oh, this is fuel. This one's really neat. The fuel one has the fuel prices. So it has this, it's showing the closest ones, gas stations near me, and it has the prices of it. Now listen. She'll talk and she'll tell you what the price, what the place is, and how much it's rated. You'll have to look at the screen to see the prices.
Arco is on I-8 near
See?
Jennings Park Road. The price of regular fuel is $2.60.
She actually, yeah, she says it too. It's really cool. And then if you want to go there, you can Go Now. And again, it'll navigate there for you. So if you're
the route is being calculated.
So if you don't know where you are and you want to find the closest gas station or the cheapest gas station, that app is friggin' fantastic. So in terms of music, it stinks, but in terms of just usefulness, it's actually pretty neat. It even has weather. Watch this. So again, you go to nearby again, and you go weather.
The current temperature is 60 degrees with sunny conditions and a high of 80 and a low of 47.
So it has weather and it actually goes forward a couple days, so till tomorrow and the next day's forecast. So, and again, you can go, if you click this list button over here,
will be mostly sunny with a forecast
you can choose whether you want tomorrow or Monday. And again, you can use the button down here, the knob, to scroll through these just to make it easier. You don't have to touch the screen at a certain spot. So if you click tomorrow, it'll jump right to tomorrow's forecast and you can listen to that. Again, pretty neat for a free app. Doesn't cost you nothing. But in terms of music, I wouldn't recommend it. Alright, that's enough of that one. That one's pretty cool. The next one is your most popular music service, bar none, Pandora. So let's look at Pandora and see how it works. So you have to, it has a certain amount of multitasking, but apparently you have to close one of these. So let me close iHeart. So you can only have a maximum of one other app open at the same time, apparently. I didn't know that. So, all right, so here's Pandora. Pandora is the app everybody likes to use. You put your favorite band in. You're good to go. Again, you see some immediate problems with this app. This is the Devil Wears Prada radio. It's playing some Parkway Drive. Really good song, actually. But you can see, you can thumbs up and thumbs down. You can pause it, you can go forward. You can use the buttons on the steering wheel to go forward again, like I showed before. But you see one problem right away is that you don't have the presets. They don't have the presets along the top. So if you want to switch it, you can't use this little button on the back to switch between presets. You have to click the menu, and then you have to go to the one you want to watch. So you want to watch season Maroon 5, you would hit that one, and then it would switch to that channel. I mean, it's okay. It's not as bad as Slacker. You don't have to go through 5 menus, and the album artwork comes up always on this app. It's pretty good. Of course, now that I say that, it doesn't have the album artwork. Let me try skipping ahead one, see if it... It's not showing the album artwork now. Big surprise. Whenever I want to show something, it works. But normally when I play this, I always see the album artwork. This thing just being... Oh, here it goes, see? So it's pretty nice. But again, you can thumbs up, thumbs down. The thumbs up is really hinky. Let me show you. When you click it, it takes a long time before it does anything. I don't know why that is. See that? I don't know if it's broken now or it finally comes up. It takes like, it's really weird. It's kind of hinky, but in terms of settings, let's see what the settings are. I don't think there's any settings of any use. No, it's just enable higher quality, which I guess I selected. But done. But yeah, so you have your stations. You can't choose, you can't add new stations. So this is ones that you've made on your phone. These will be here, but you can't add new ones. You can't search or anything like that. It's okay, but again, it's not my favorite, and I really don't like Pandora that much. So because of the fact that here you are on Disciple, you have a Disciple channel, and you're gonna hear a lot of old stuff. You're not gonna hear new music. You're gonna hear, you know, this is an album. This is Let Go from Red from like, I don't know why it's skipping forward like that one. Yeah, I guess the album artwork always comes up. It just takes a little while sometimes. So it looks like it does always come up. So, but again, this is an old album. This album's like 2 albums back, actually, for Disciple. And this is kind of what you'll listen to. So if I skip forward, you can hear another old song from Disciple or another band. Here's Crush from Decipher Down from about, I don't know, 5 years ago. This is kind of what you get with Pandora. You get what you expect. This is what you get. So it's fine. If you like Pandora, this is perfectly fine. I'm not fond of it. I don't like the fact that the presets are along the top. And that's all there is to Pandora. Just go ahead and switch out of that one. The last one I'm going to touch on is iHeart. Again, you have to close one of them. And of course, I'll close Pandora. I don't like it that much. All right. So this is iHeart. iHeart is my favorite app on this. I mean, it's not the best choice in terms of online music. It's not the best choice in my opinion. It's good because you do have unlimited skips, which is pretty cool. You don't have to pay anything. You got unlimited skips. But the radio channels are more, it's very similar to Pandora in terms of you make a station based on a band. They do have some radio stations on there which you can access, which is pretty cool if you don't mind getting commercials then. But as you can see, this interface is fantastic. This is as good as it gets. You have the buttons along the top that you can choose from. And again, see how there's different channels on there, like Los Angeles and so forth. You go over here, you have up to the full amount of presets, same weight, hold to set, just like Sirius. It's set up exactly like Sirius, which is awesome. So if you want to see it full screen, it'll stay like this, but you can also hit the button in the middle, and then it'll become a full screen of that channel. As you can see, you have the album artwork. On this case, because this As I Lay Dying is the name of the station, it has some generic artwork, which it always has, like this picture of the band members is always going to be up there. But eventually, the album cover will come up, which is pretty cool. You have the thumbs up and the thumbs down buttons. You have pause. You have skip forward. Again, unlimited skips with iHeart, which is only, as far as I know, it's the only one I know of that you don't pay extra to get unlimited skips. So I can skip forward, and it'll just go to the next song. This button over here, oops, okay. This button over here, see, you can change the way that the station works. So I always like less familiar. I like the newest stuff possible. So I put less familiar. And again, it doesn't seem to work because, as you saw, that song by As I Lay Dying was like 4 albums ago. So it's not that good. But you do have a certain amount of this. You can make it, you know, kind of mix it up between stuff you know, combination of stuff you know and new stuff, and all new stuff. So that's kind of cool. So now it's playing Suicide Silence. This is a song I never heard before. I'm not really a fan of this band. But here's what's really cool. And this is only this app. None of the other apps have this ability to go ahead and just create a song. Like, you like this song. I want to make a station based on Suicide Silence, which I'm not going to do because I hate this band. So let's skip forward another time. Find out what the next song is going to be. Of course, now it's being slow as can be. Alright, I'm not really much of a fan of Bullet for My Valentine anymore. I used to, but now they've kind of been annoying me. But if you go here, you can just create a new channel based on that band that's on there. Actually, I think the band and the song. So just go like that, and then you have a new channel for them, which I think is pretty cool. So if you go back home, this is the home button right here. What's it doing? It went to settings for some reason. But then if you go to My Stations, see, these are all the different stations that are available. Should have added that one. I'm not sure why I'm not seeing it on there. But I've done it before. I know it works. I'm just not sure why. Of course, now I'm trying to show you guys how it works. It's not working. Let me try the plus button again. Maybe I did too soon. Go figure. I don't know. Right now it's not doing it for me. I've done it before and it worked, but needless to say, as you can see, you have some other options on here. You have your stations. You have stations near you. So if I play this, I actually have an opportunity to listen to music of channels that are near me, which is ironic because I actually could listen to on the FM, really. I don't need to stream them through iHeart, so that's kind of silly. But at least here you get some album. You can get some album artwork sometimes on the stations that you like, so it's kind of cool. But of course, now I'm trying to show how this works really great. It's not working that great, unfortunately. But generally, I've had good experience with iHeart. It is my favorite app of these apps. And I recommend it in terms of if you want a good streaming music. In terms of the interface, it can't be beat, of course. Just going to be streaming. Please wait forever. So it has choice of live radio. See, and it has stations by location, talk radio, music, entertainment. So if you click stations by location, look, it has all the states of the union. This is actually really cool. So, like, I want to listen to Phoenix, music from Phoenix. And here are again, you can do this on the screen. This is something you would normally be able to only do from the app. But you can actually do it right here on the screen. So that's, I think it's pretty neat. Let me go back home, see what other things they have here. Oh, it finally did it. All these things, it actually created a radio channel. It actually just took forever. I don't know why. My connection is obviously kind of slow. So there it is. See, all these things I hate. It just created that channel, and I did it on the screen, which you can't do that with any other apps. It just takes a while apparently. And again, you have a create station app thing. See, top feature artists by genre. These are things you cannot do on the other apps at all. The other apps, you pretty much create the stuff on your phone, on your PC, and then when you come to the system, it'll be updated. But this actually allows you to do some really cool things on the fly on the screen. So, see what you have right here. You select by genre, so you go easy listening, electronic. Let's see here, pop, R&B. Let's click rock. But again, this is really neat. I mean, again, you shouldn't be doing this while driving, obviously, but. See, then they have all the different bands on here. They have Coldplay. They have My Chemical Romance. This is what they chose. It's not a lot of choices. In fact, you could obviously do better by doing it on your phone. But it's still pretty cool this is even an option. So, sorry if I went off on a tangent a little bit and sometimes, but I wanted you all to see kind of what this is like. I think it's actually pretty cool. I use it. Sometimes I'm annoyed because it takes a little while to start up. It takes about a minute before it starts up. So when you turn off the car, you come back in the car, you hit the button, and then you have to wait for like about a minute before it lets you actually start the channel. Then a lot of times the Uconnect Access app will have an error on it, so you have to reload the app, and there's a whole bunch of other reasons why it's not a perfect experience, but it can be pretty cool. So I hope this provides something to people who, some information that maybe you didn't know. And I really recommend trying these apps out if you have a Chrysler car that has the Uconnect apps set up. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.